I've been involved with Foothills Art Center since March 28, 2016. This particular year, we've been the beneficiary of a grant that helped us to create better usable space within Foothills Art Center. The special grant that we got from Golden Civic Foundation really opened up a lot of doors for us. Between every show that we have here at Foothills, we are closed for up to 3 weeks between each show. You have to take down the exhibit, you have to patch and paint all of these walls, bring in pedestals, take out pedestals, and then you need a week to install the show. During those 3 weeks, there's nothing to see. People will come in and are like, well, what's on display? And well, we're between shows right now, and so we have to turn those people away. So we started to look around and we're like, okay, well, how do we fix that? With only one space, we thought, well, why don't you just move the entrance? So we bisect the galleries, then we have 2 spaces, and we could stagger the shows so that one show is up while we're putting up another, and then we can just trade them out. When we have that downtime between exhibits, there's something to see. We're able to do 7 shows a year instead of 5. When you come in, there's always something on view. Not only that, I talked about opening doors earlier, we never really had a true handicapped accessible entrance. And now we do. We've got these double doors that open up and takes you straight to the lobby. There's plenty of space. So it's fantastic. Not only does that build capacity for Foothills Art Center, but also we're able to serve everyone in the same way. Everyone is coming in and out of the same entrance. And so it's great for us, and that'll serve us for years to come.
The Golden Civic Foundation has been essential to helping us with getting along with some things each year, many years. Way back when, they helped us buy the Quonset hut at Heritage Square that we erected and put on the site. That was 20 years ago. We started buying more bicycle parts to fix the bikes a little bit better, so our funding needs became a little greater. But again, we've been helping the Civic Foundation with things like helmets. We make sure everyone has a helmet with every bike. One of the ways we get more funding now is we ask for donations for the bicycles to help make us more self-sufficient. It helps us buy parts and pay some of our operating costs. We lost our shop at Heritage Square when that closed, and we didn't have enough time to find a good permanent solution before the weather turned and it was another season to get the program. We wanted to keep the program going and keep getting the bikes out to the community. So we searched far and wide. We talked to all kinds of people with all kinds of ideas about places to go. We had some pretty good site criteria and we kept looking. And eventually one of the leads panned out to be the most promising one, which was working with this school. It's ideal for us because it's such a good location. It's still very central to Golden. It's on transit lines because we serve a lot of clients who don't have a car. That's why they need a bicycle. They need it to get to work, they need it to get to school. Working with kids is a part of the Optimists mission. So the opportunity to pair with the school and involve kids in the bike program, many aspects of it, repair, customer service, all kinds of things. We got here, and one of the main things we realized is that to have this be an excellent facility for volunteers and for students to learn about bike repair, we can't fill it up with bicycles. That's why we applied for the Golden Civic Foundation grant to help us get the whole campus set up and make this work well. Okay, so we're going to use the grant money to help us get the exterior set up to make this a fully functional community bike program. And what we really need is we're going to get a tough shed to store extra bicycles, and that's really important. It sounds strange, but if you have too many bikes in the shop, you can't work. We need that room for kids and for materials and parts and for volunteers to work. So we need to store the repaired bikes and the unrepaired bikes, some of them inside, some of them outside, but we need to protect some in a shed. We're going to put up a fence to kind of put some other bikes outdoors. We'd like to develop a little community patio here to work on bikes outdoors when the weather's good. So that's where we can put a little patio.
The Golden Backpack Program was founded quite by accident. I discovered that there were hungry children in Golden, and I took it to the board of Golden Rotary, and they didn't know. I shared it with the city manager, the mayor, and the city council. They didn't know. The board of Golden Rotary sat down and looked at me and said, "Go fix it." Within 3 years, we had 8 schools that we were serving, and then over the subsequent years, we started adding, at the request, 2 charter schools. Our funding basically comes from several sources. The Golden Civic Foundation, which has been incredibly supportive to our work here in Golden and feeding children. I had a meeting at the Action Center and a conversation with Meg Strittmatter, and she showed me her new facility, which includes a shopping experience. And I looked at the food, and my eyes fell on the floor. Edge food is the stuff that is moved out of places like Whole Foods, Sprouts, Trader Joe's, before it becomes a science experiment, and it still has a life to it. They get this food, and under a partnership agreement, we're now testing out a pilot project whereby we take this Edge food twice a week here at the Fresh Food Pantry at Pleasant View, and then we have the families manage this process, and then they come in and they shop for 3 days worth of food. It's turning the business model on its ear, but more importantly, it's giving these families and these children healthy food. And P.S., we're part of a group that's teaching a class at Golden High School funded by the city called Food Power to give them the 9 basic cooking skills. So we're right in the middle of that, and the parents who are going through it are just thrilled and excited, and the kids love it. My woman's intuition tells me that we can make this work for all schools that we serve.